Hey everyone, happy Monday, new month, new goals, and new intentions. Hopefully that is what you are setting this month. So today we are going to get into the science behind setting intentions and how you can start setting powerful intentions. When my client, so this is really just part of a method that I developed called Ebo energetics, right? So it's based on the premise that everything is energy, right? And that means that anything can be affected positively and negatively, which includes you and your thoughts, right? And so with the influence of my ancestry, which is Ebo, I help my clients really solidify their energetic imprint. So you no longer have to worry about not attracting the ideal clients and customers, right? Or worrying about people hating on your work or not resonating with your work, or even people copying your work or your products and services. Now, the very, very basis, the very, very beginning, how to start this is to start setting intentions and start being more intentional, okay? And so with intention, the saying, energy flows where intention goes. Well, when you set your goals, it's really important that your intention is aligned. And I'm going to actually read a part of Joe Dispenza's book, You Are the Placebo. I highly recommend getting it if you haven't. But this is a very, very powerful, and then also taking a look at the studies that the book mentions as well for yourself. I'm a nerd, so I love going and looking up the studies. But this one is talking about the power of placebos, right? And really, this really highlights how important intention is. So a 2007 study at Harvard by psychologists Alicia Crum and Ellen Langer involved 84 hotel maids, right? At the start of the study, none of the maids knew that the routine work that they performed in their jobs exceeded the Surgeon General's recommendation for a healthy amount of daily exercise, which is 30 minutes. In fact, 67% of the women told researchers that they didn't exercise regularly, and 37% said that they didn't get any exercise. After this initial assessment, Crum and Langer divided the maids into two groups. They explained to the first group that their activity levels related to the number of calories they burned during normal working hours, produced more than enough exercise. They also educated them about the health benefits of exercise. They didn't give much information to the second group, who worked in different hotels from the first group, so they wouldn't benefit from any conversations with the other maids. 1 month later, the researchers found that the first group lost an average of 2 pounds, lowered their percentage of body fat, and lowered their systolic blood pressure by an average of 10 points, even though they hadn't performed any additional exercise outside of work or changed their eating habits in any way. The other group, doing the same job as the first, remained virtually unchanged. This echoed similar research done in Quebec, where a group of 48 young adults participated in a 10-week aerobic exercise program, attending 3 90-minute exercise sessions per week. The group was divided into two. The instructors told the first half, the test subjects, that the study was specifically designed to improve their aerobic capacity and their psychological well-being. They mentioned only the physical benefits of aerobics to the second half, who served as the control group. At the end of the 10 weeks, the researchers found that both groups increased their aerobic capacity, but it was only the test subjects, not the controls, who received a significant boost in self-esteem, a measure of well-being. These studies show our awareness alone can have important physical effect on our bodies and our health. What we learn, the language that's used to define what we will experience, and how we'll assign meaning to the explanations that are offered are all affect our intention. So when we put greater intention behind what we're doing, we naturally get better results. So this is really important. The power of intention. Not only does it affect you, so if intention can affect people physically, right? How do you think it will affect you mentally and emotionally, right? And then an example is within my own practice. Before I started my hypnotherapy practice, I used to help businesses, small businesses, get funding. And I would have clients who would have excellent credit, revenue, and everything. But the people, when they would submit their applications, they would submit it under just to get it done. They didn't believe that they could actually get funding. And the way that they filled out the application had no intent of using the funds for anything. They just didn't think that they would get it. Versus I would have clients that didn't have as much revenue, didn't have as good credit, and they would continuously fill out every application I sent them with vigor. Their intent was to get funding. They were like, I'm going to get funding. And they would eventually get funding. And then the other group who had all the qualifications and the perfect, were good on paper, they wouldn't, simply because of this. And this is what kicked off my search into mindset and really understanding the biology of belief, my other businesses. So when you set your goals moving forward, you need to ask yourself, do I actually believe I'm going to hit this goal? And why? Why do I believe that I'm going to hit this goal? Why is this goal important to me? Why is this goal even in my mind? Because my clients that would complete the applications for funding, the goal was to complete 10 funding applications per week. So this would increase their results of being approved, right? But the intention behind those people that would actually complete the goals, the funding applications, was so that they could expand their business and support their family, their children. So that their intent, that positive intent, that worthwhile intent helped them complete the goal of completing 10 funding applications per week. So look at your goals. Some people, and then I have clients that now are making 4 to 5 figures, and they're trying to shift into 6 figures. And I also have clients that recently hit 6 figures or multiple 6 figures, and they're setting their sights on 7 figures. So the clients that are just wanting to do it for social media, just to say that they are a 6-figure consultant, 7-figure consultant, they really don't keep up with their brain trainings. So I started to work with them on why. And then a lot of times their goals changed because they didn't really have that fire or verve to actually hit 7 figures. They really didn't need to hit 7 figures. So we started to talk about other important aspects of their business. What does 7 figures actually mean to you? So I discovered that they didn't really care about hitting 7 figures. They really just wanted freedom and feeling safe. And that's what 7 figures meant to them. So we started to focus on their goals that aligned with feelings of safety and support instead of just thinking about 7 figures, right? And so when we started to do that, that is when the money started to roll in. Because here's the thing, you're probably familiar with everyone saying money is energy, and that is actually false. Money is a representation of energy. So when you talk about money being energy, you're making money be the same level as you. You are energy. Money is a tool. Money is simply a representation. So I'm going to say this remote, right? This remote is a representation of energy. If I lost this remote and if I lost my life, it's not equitable. Losing money and losing your life are not equitable. So you need to stop thinking and aligning your life with money and start to see money as the tool that it is. You need to stop looking at money as a reward or as an indicator of your value, and look at it as a result and an indicator of your intention and an indicator of your focus. Okay? Money is not a reward, it's a result. Money is not energy, it's a representation of energy. And energy is a combination of intent, emotion, and action. So if you want to make more money, so say your goal is to have more money in your bank account this month. You start with your intention. Why is this increase of money so important to me? Do I believe I can actually accumulate this wealth in this period of time? What will strengthen your intent? What do you need to strengthen your intent? And then what will you need to make your emotions align with creating a result where you have more money? When people talk about positive emotions, when it relates to getting more money, it's not about linking positive emotions to money. Especially for my clients with ADHD, I try to break that connection of emotion to money, because I'll have clients that start making more money, and if there's a month where it's lower, their mood decreases. So I break that link to money. I want your emotions to be neutral when it comes to money, but when it comes to being emotions, do you need to feel positive in order to feel motivated to take action to have the result of more money? So that's really what people are talking about when they say be more positive to get more money. It's really be more positive so you're more motivated to take action, which results in more money. But it all starts with your intent, because your intent will help create that positive emotion, which will then help you take that aligned action. So look at your list of goals for this month and then check your intentions. Are they worthwhile? Are they aligned? Why do you even want to hit this goal? Does this really make sense or is it aligned with the actions that you've currently been taking? You know, it's like I'll have people, like last month I was promoting, or when I talk about sleep your way to 100K, I'll have people that say, oh, do you have sleep your way to 7 figures? And I'm like, sleep your way to 7 figures is actually when you work with me one-on-one. See, that's the shift. If you're someone that's trying to hit 7 figures, that's millions of dollars, right? You are not going to want to just use a self-paced program. You are going to want one-on-one support, right? It's a different mindset. It's a different level of energetic return, right? So that's why I don't have those programs, because people that are thinking are ready to actually hit that level, they're thinking about one-on-one support. They're not thinking about a $500 program that can get me millions of dollars. They understand the concept of energy and energetic return. So when people ask me those questions, that gives me an indication of where they're at with their intentions and where they're at with their energetic return. So it's like, if you can't fathom investing yourself one-on-one to hit some figures, then you really need to start with sleep your way to 100K. And I always force people to do that, because that is when you start to shift and understand the concept and unlearn a lot of the conditioning that we are taught. All of this conditioning and all of these ideas that we have about money were to facilitate capitalism, right? To facilitate, because if you make human beings, like if you give a baby money now, like my little brother, I remember he got $100 on his second birthday, and he went and flushed it down the toilet. Babies don't understand the concept of money. They understand their concept of themselves, and they see money as an object. The truth. Babies see the truth. Money is just an object. You can flush it down the toilet easily. But then our parents, our teachers, society tells us, like, so that my parents yelled at him for flushing that down the toilet. So that message indicated that money was actually important. We learned that money is important, right? We learned that to put money above ourselves. So that's really the reason why you don't charge enough money for the labor that you perform. That's the reason why you don't want to pay people to perform certain things for you. I could have paid $80 for this hair versus $200 for this hairstyle, right? But I like the comfort and the convenience of the person where this person is located. I put my comfort and my convenience and my time ahead of the cost to do this. Sure, I could have traveled an hour farther away, but I value my time and my comfort versus how much money I spend. The money is gone now, and then the money came back. You have to start looking at money as not as a possession, but as a tool. And that it's your turn to spend it. It's your turn to hold it. It's your turn to invest it. And you all start to put yourself first. I don't want to say this as someone that is like preaching prosperity gospel or anything like that, because I will never. And then another thing, I don't pray for money. I pray for peace. I pray for kindness. I pray for safe passages. I pray for healing. But I never, ever pray for money, because money was created by man as a representation of the energy that was created by God, by Source. Okay? So I really want you to start, the very first start, if in your healing, in your striving for success, is starting with your intentions. Starting with your intentions. Starting to see, like, why do you have these goals? Why do you feel like this is your purpose? Why do you want to start this business? I'll have people that approach me and say, oh, I want to be a business coach. And I'm like, have you started a successful business? No. So why do you want to be a business coach, right? To make money. Why do you want to make money? So I can take care of my family. Why do you want to take care of your family? Because I love them. Well, you don't actually have to be a business coach to take care of your family, right? There's other ways, especially if you haven't started a business. I started to work with entrepreneurs naturally because I had successful businesses prior. And because of me sharing my knowledge and sharing everything, I started to get more entrepreneurs as my clients. And so they, based on their specific pain points and their specific feedback, that's when I started to build programs that were geared towards entrepreneurs. I didn't just suddenly say, oh, I'm going to pick a niche. Like, no, it's not a niche for me. It happened naturally because of my past experience working with business owners. When I was in corporate, I worked with business owners, right? I did B2B and B2C. Then I ran my own businesses successfully. And based on my knowledge and experience, I'm able to actually help business owners using hypnotherapy. But hypnotherapy is not why my clients get results. My clients get results because of my knowledge and my experience and my intentions. So because of my intentions, I'm able to use hypnotherapy effectively to transform not only their businesses, but their lives. So your transformation is based on my intent. So that's why I tell people, don't just try to become a hypnotherapist. Don't just try to become a business coach. Look at your intentions. And then you'll notice too, if you're not feeling your business right now, what is the intention behind your business? What is the intention behind your content? What is the intention of everything? Maybe you are meant to work in corporate because that aligns better with your intentions. Maybe you're meant to create another business that aligns with your true intentions. So that is the first step. Start there. Start from the beginning. And this is a first step, but it's a powerful one. And you'll start to see that your goals and hitting them becomes so much easier because it's more clarity and more powerful energy behind it. And you'll look at the list of your goals and you'll see what really resonates with you. And then the fear that you may feel hitting those goals, it slowly dissipates because your intention is greater than your fear. Like, I don't really talk about get rid of your fear when it comes to business, because a lot of times after working with people and really honing down on their intentions and what they really want, the fear is there. But then they just overcome it. They're like, all right, whatever. Let's just go. I want this so bad that I don't even care that I'm scared. They'll do it clenching, but they'll still do it, With ADHD, having an interest-based nervous system, intention is so powerful for us because even you'll think, so for example, I redid my entire office this weekend. And if you asked me to do this in February, I would have looked at you like you literally sliced your brain in half and put it on the floor. I would never have thought to, I'm like, no, I don't have time to redecorate and redo my office. But because I said, no, I want to start doing more lives and I want to be able to sit at my desk to get more work done and not do any work in my living room or my bedroom or anywhere else but my office. So my intent to create that energetic boundary for my work and my living space gave me the motivation to start cleaning. So it's like, that's how powerful intent is. Intent is going to give you that, increase your dopamine levels so you actually get that done. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's really powerful because I'm learning about ADHD and managing it in school. But there's also information open to the public as well that you can take a look into, especially if you have ADHD, because it gives you more knowledge about you and what motivates you. I'll be doing a series on ADHD and motivation, but that's exactly why I want to share this information in a way that's digestible. So you start to get, you get shifts, even if you don't invest in any of my products and services, I don't want to leave people hanging, My intent is to help as many people as I can, whether it's with my free content, whether it's with my product and services. That's why I'm able to post things with value, because my intent is to help, not simply to sell, right? My intent is to educate and to enlighten you so you're able to take align action towards your goals, because I feel like a more empowered collective will create a brighter future for our children, So that is it for tonight. I'll be going live or posting on YouTube or posting Instagram carousels to just give you more information to help facilitate you hitting your goals and aligning with your true purpose and your dreams this year. So let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, that's it for today. Not selling anything, just teaching. All right, thank you for joining me live, and thank you for watching the replay if you're watching it now. You're so welcome. All right, good night, everyone.